It's 2 minutes past 1. The sun is just coming out. It's been cloudy, very gloomy weather since morning. But then I'm at the shores of Lake Victoria here at a beach called Bam Got. So that's how the activities are, and I'm just seated here next to the beach. The amazing waters of Lake Victoria here, and the boats, everything. The beach is lovely. Birds diving into the water to get hold of some fish, and activities are going on. We have kids swimming, people cleaning, doing laundry and all that. So I've been sitting here I came here at almost 8:30 in the morning, and I've been sitting here for all those hours. It's currently 5 minutes past 12 in the afternoon, and the sun is just about to come out. You see that? The whole night it's been drizzling, and it's been drizzling the whole night. The rain has been, it's kind of dark, but I don't know whether, let me face, should I face this side? I don't know, because it's not hitting. It should be hitting. I don't know where I should sit this side. Yeah, good. So let me sit this side. I'm setting up a place of sitting. I'm setting up a place where I want to sit, and then we have some talk. Yeah, so I think now the background is also awesome, and I'm dark, but I think now you can see me, right? So I've been sitting here since 8:30 in the morning. It's currently 5 minutes past 12 in the afternoon, and we are just about to leave for Migingo. This place is called Bamgot. If you want to go to Migingo, the place that you can get boats that goes to that place is Bamgot. But before I dive so much into this story, before I start telling you everything, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm coming here, I'm coming live I'm coming live and clear from Bamgot Beach in Muhuru Bay. This is where the mainland ends. This sand you see right over there, that's where the mainland ends. Then from here, as you go further, that's now Lake Victoria, one of the largest lakes in Africa. And as you go further or deep into Lake Victoria, you'll arrive at Migingo, the island where we are going right now. So we are about to leave for Migingo. But then before we leave for Migingo, let me tell you one thing. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. I do not take you for granted. You are amazing people, and I love you people so much. So a year ago, when I was so new, so raw, I didn't know anything about YouTube. I was just beginning my YouTube journey, and I sat down. Being that I had passion for YouTube, I had passion for journalism, I sat down and told myself that, being that I never how do we call it, achieved, exactly, I never achieved the goal of becoming a journalist, why not start my own channel? And that's how the thought and idea of having a YouTube channel came across, and that's how I found myself having a YouTube channel. Definitely I was motivated by some people. I want to let you know the people who motivated me, but I know you've heard of my story. Quite a number of people heard of my story. I'm tired of giving out my story of how I began YouTube, but then to motivate someone out there, I wouldn't mind repeating it each and every time. You get it? Yes. So a year ago, I think it's almost 2 years right now, But then a year ago, I began my channel, and the channel was basically about travel. Yes, because I love traveling. Traveling is a passion that I grew from childhood. Not from childhood, that I'm lying, because I never traveled as much when I was young, being that I came from a very humble background. I didn't travel as much. If you've heard of my story, you know that I went to Nairobi for the very first time when I was in class 5. Well, that is a courtesy of music festival. So I developed passion for traveling, and when I began this channel, I said that this is gonna be a travel channel. But let me tell you, Maina, the costs you incur when you do travel videos is a lot. So I began YouTube, I began traveling. Check my very first videos. I'm gonna leave them the links to some of them here. So I began traveling, but then I got how do I say, the costs were overwhelming, and then I decided to shift from travel to lifestyle. So that's how I got myself doing the lifestyle videos that I do. And I decided to put aside how do we call it, the travel, because it was becoming so expensive. So the very first times I had some little savings, being that I worked as a teacher and I had saved some little money. I used the money to sponsor my travel. And you know the first place that I ever traveled to? Can you guess? I'm giving you 2 minutes. No, 5 seconds. Yes, I'm giving you 5 seconds to make a guess. Do you know the first place that I ever traveled to? It seems kind of dark, the lighting is not good, but then let's just bear with it, guys, kindly. I'm trying to look for an angle. I'm not finding anything, so let me just leave it there. So the very first place that I traveled to as I was beginning my YouTube channel is this area here, Muhuru. I'm going to leave a pin. I'm going to pin my videos for this place, the very first videos I did of Muhuru. And when I came to Muhuru, the main reason why I came to Muhuru was to access Migingo Island, where I'm about to go right now. That was the main reason why I came to Muhuru. And I managed. And by then I wasn't traveling alone. I was traveling with my friend, my good friend and sister, that is Francisca. So we came to Muhuru, we did vlogs about Muhuru, and then we crossed over by boat to Migingo Island. So I went to Migingo, and I really had that passion of going to Migingo. I was eagerly waiting for that day that I would go to Migingo. Reason why? Because Migingo was a highlight all over the news, all over the world, all over. Migingo was being highlighted. Why Migingo? Why were all these things happening? Because Migingo is a tiny island, but then it's owned by 2 countries, that is Kenya and Uganda. So I think it's the tiniest island in the world, but probably I think it could be the tiniest in Africa currently. So beside the fact that it's very small, very tiny, with a very little population, 2 countries, Kenya and Uganda, are owning it. Yes, you get it? Are owning it. So I wanted to see, how does this island look like, and why is it being owned by 2 governments of different countries? So that's how I developed interest of going to Migingo. And let me tell you one thing, I was the very first content creator, or you can say YouTuber, who went to Migingo. The second YouTuber who went to Migingo was my sister, who was accompanying me because she has a YouTube channel as well. And then the third one is a guy by the name Rashid Islando. I think he went 2 months ago. He went there. He was the very third content creator who went over there. And when I was going there as the very first creator, I didn't have many subscribers. Do you want to let me know how many subscribers I had? I had less than 20 subscribers. So if I tell you that I was raw, my friend, I was very raw on YouTube, very raw on YT. I was just beginning. My first video was introductory video, introducing people to my channel. The second video was traveling to Muhuru. My third video was all about Muhuru and sunset. My fourth video, I think, all about Muhuru. Then the fifth video, or fourth if I'm not wrong, was us traveling from Muhuru to Migingo Island a year ago. It's almost 2 years right now. So why am I saying all this? Today is 27th. post-Xmas, and I'm making another trip to Migingo. Do you know why? When we first went to Migingo, Migingo is a very restricted island. For you to get to Migingo, you have to be questioned, you have to produce all documents, you have to do the necessary. Like, it's a process. Getting into Migingo is very difficult, particularly for a foreigner. And what do I mean by foreigner here? Someone who has never been seen on that island. Not foreigner, someone who is coming from outside the country, no. A foreigner in that you've never been seen on that island. So when I was going, I think I'll pin that video. I gave out all the restrictions, the requirements, and everything you're supposed to do for you to access Migingo. But for here, I think I won't mention it. You can go back to that video and get the requirements and the steps necessary for you to access Migingo. So it's the most restricted and most, how can I put it? The island with the tightest security. Guys, people are just leaving. I think I'll continue with my story later. People are leaving for Migingo and I have to go with them. Wow, let me pick up my stuff. We are going to Migingo. So let me go. Oh my goodness. I'll continue with my story later on. Oh my goodness, let me put it this side. For now, people are getting into the boat. Let me also get into the boat as we head to Migingo. All right, let's go. I came here to tell you my story. People are now leaving. Let me live with them. Wow, goodness. All right, it's one crazy journey, but we'll just go. I'm with a lot of fishermen on board, and those are the people that we are going with to Migingo. So let's see you when you start sailing to Migingo. Hi.
Sige hawa nyo. Sige tumai. Amaki ke, no kanya mako kiko komi authority. Amaki ke kiere ko. Kanya mako komi. Siyempre ala de monta sa pinto. Mana pa mari ni. Mana pena ni kai. Wewe, ichikalia namna hii. Wewe unasema hapo mali kweli. Wewe imeenda off. Hapa ni iko sawa. Iko sawa. Record. Sawa. Ongea nyako. Ndio namba ni kwa mako. Ndio namba. 001. Nisi mami. Não, para de coelho. Vá. Cá. Cri. maji maler. Wako maler. Wani okeo koro ka picha wani. Na jioni.
Guys, we are finally here. It's been very rough. It's been roughly 1 hour on water, but it has been very rough. But we are finally here. Migingo is just over there. We finally here, but the lake has been very rough. That's why people are having umbrellas. It has been very rough. But Migingo is not far away. It's the tiny island you see over there. So water has splashed on my screen, my camera screen. I don't know whether GoPro is waterproof, but let's hope that it is. Water has really splashed. I'm standing, this is how the water looks like. I'm standing here, I'm seeing some water droplets on the camera, but I hope it's all good. So we are here. It's been very rough, but we are finally here. The lake has been rough. There are tides. Tides are all over. And the boat is swinging left, right. So that is the big island. It's three. We have the big island, the small one, and then Migingo in between. So that is it. lake is very rough, but we are finally here. That is what you go through in the name of content creation. So we have to survive. We are here. So over there, that is the big island. I told you in Migingo there are 3 islands. So that is the big one, and I know there's a lot of wind. I didn't carry the GoPro wind, the one that screens the wind, so I didn't carry it, but you'll forgive me for that, guys. So that is the big island, and in front of us is Migingo, the main island, and then we have the small island. But we're finally here. I'm very wet, so I'm very wet, more than wet, but we have to do this. It's content creation, you know. Wow. So this is what you go through if you want to create content, journalism. This is what I was craving for, and I've gotten it. So let's continue enjoying the ride. I'm wet all over, but let's continue enjoying the ride. In roughly 5 minutes, we'll be at Migingo. But let me show you the rough waves that we've encountered to get to Migingo. And it's full of fishermen. They're the main people in this boat. Some are very wet, those who sat on the wrong side of the wind, including myself. We are very wet, but we are surviving. We are surviving. Koro, isud kama bedi gikon. Thank you.
Semane kamanya. Ambe na segombo ni bedi gikoni mang'eny.
Crazy arrival into Migingo. There's a lot of water on my camera, but I think it will be good with time, but there's lots of water on my camera. So from afar, I guess you can see Migingo. The boat is swinging left, right and center. This side is the lower side, but the other side is the higher side. So there are umbrellas in the boat. That is those who are protecting themselves from the water. Today has been a very crazy ride. It's 1 hour later and we are in Migingo. It's been a crazy ride. The lake has been so rough, full of tides. Not like the other one. The other time it was rough yet, but not as rough as right now. Right now it's really full of tides because this is the wrong time. The right time that you should get to Migingo is before midday. But after midday, the lake becomes so rough. So that is what is happening. So a lot of water has been splashed on us, but we are bearing. We are bearing with everything. So this is the second island. The small Migingo is the smallest. So this is like the second island in size, and where you're seeing those shanty houses, that is the Migingo. So we've arrived right on time. It's roughly 15 minutes to 3. To 3, yes, roughly no, to 2, sorry. Roughly 15 minutes to 2. And it's approximately 1 hour, 20 minutes later. We are here an hour, 20 minutes later. Yes, that's the small Migingo, or the bigger Migingo, the second biggest in size. The first is that other side I had shown you, that is the first one. And then the second one is right over here. And the third one, this Migingo itself, is the one that is right over there. Surviving the crazy ride. It's not easy guys, but you have to do this. Not easy. But when work calls, you have to respond. I don't know whether it's so visible, but we have a lot of water on my camera screen. I hope that doesn't affect the quality of this video. Someone will say I should wipe it, but when I wipe it, the same thing happens, so there's no need of wiping. So there's settlement on that other island. I think we'll be going over there with the border patrol unit. The Kenya police stays over there, so I think we might be crossing over with the border patrol. And there is that is where we are heading to. I'm wet, guys. I'm very wet. So the Kenya police, the border patrol unit, stays over here. I guess you see the White Houses on top there. That's for the border police. There is the big Migingo right over there. This is the small one. Then we get to the bigger one. Wow. Welcome to Migingo Island. Let me wipe my camera. Just a minute. Welcome to Migingo.
Chunga mawe bana.
So we're going to the main Migingo. Water is now cool. It's been so rough on water.
Nani? Nilikuwa nimeangalizia huko wewe unaniambia Bagalia hiyo timu ndio nguruma. Yote hii inaingia huko ndani.
Como é a tua mare?